Hey guys, this is a new video I came up with to help the new guys on the bet9ja platform. It's more like a guide video that explains how or what to do and what not to do when placing a bet. So if you find it helpful, please like, subscribe, and comment. Thank you. Guide number one: bet what you can afford to lose. This means that as a newcomer on this platform, bet9ja, it is essential that you bet only the amount of money that you can do without. It is not reasonable for any player or any person to put his whole income into betting. It is not advisable and it is improper. So the best thing for any individual that wants to go into betting is to bet only the amount of money that he can do without. What do I mean by that? Maybe if you have a general income of, let's say, 50,000 naira, you don't go about placing the whole 50,000 on a bet. That is unreasonable and it is not wise. What you do is you bring out like 5,000 naira, let's say 10% of your income, and put it separately. Then from that 10%, you can be betting 100 naira bets. It is reasonable, and by the time you finish 100 naira bets into 5,000 is about 50 bets. Before you finish playing that 50 bets, you must have won at least 10 of them. So you should never ever place your whole hope on a betting platform. That is rule number one. Guide number two: do not get greedy. Trust me, you won't even realize your greed until you have lost everything. I am talking out of experience and I have witnessed it happen to several people. When you are betting, when you bet within your own limits, do not exceed it, because when you do, it is addictive and it is compelling. For example, if you place a 1,000 naira bet and eventually it yields a 10,000 naira win for you, there is every tendency that you use the whole earning of the 10,000 to place another bet. It is very wrong for you to do that. Once the greed starts, it never stops. And before you know, you are swallowed into a dark place that you can't get out of. So you should never ever get greedy. Guide number three: develop a plan. Stick to that plan and stay committed. What do I mean by this? Using myself as an example, I normally play weekend matches, that's bets on weekends, and maybe during Champions League weekdays. I normally stick 1,000 naira bets on the top teams that I know have chances of winning. I do not deviate and I do not stick on any team that I do not know anything about. Once I earn from that 1,000 naira, I do not touch my profits. I only stick the capital again on another bet. Not the same day, but in another weekend. Yes, it is stressful and there are some days where you don't even earn at all. But if you stay committed, I promise you that you would never regret it. So that is my own rule, and which I'm relaying to you guys as a guide. Just develop your own plan, stick to it, and stay committed. Guide number four: do not get trapped by obscenely big odds that you know deep down stands no chance of winning. What do I mean by this? Let's take, for example, Crystal Palace versus Man City or Manchester City. Now, if on the bet9ja platform they gave Crystal Palace about 8 odds to win against Man City, we all know that Crystal Palace has every tendency of losing that game because Man City is a very strong team. But due to maybe one or two wins that Crystal Palace must have gotten, you may be encouraged to place your bet on Crystal Palace to defeat Man City. I don't think that is a wise move. It is better to play about three small bets that you are sure will win than to play an obscenely big odd with a big amount of money and you end up losing it. That is my own opinion. But if you want to place a bet on that kind of big odd, do so knowing the risk of failure so that you won't end up getting disappointed and discouraged. Guide number 5. Bet only on sporting events that you know and avoid all sporting events that you know nothing of. What do I mean by this? Using myself for example, I know football very well. I know most of the leagues, top teams or top leagues in Europe. So I can confidently bet on any of them. You won't see me betting on baseball or hockey or tennis because I know nobody there. So you should be able to tell if you know a team well before you place your bets. Guide number 6. There is no such thing as 100% win in betting. Anything can happen in a game. Also, try as much as possible not to bet a game in multiple tickets. If you must bet one game in multiple tickets, try as much as possible to change the bet options, or you just place it in one ticket and look for another game to place in the other tickets. For example, if I have, let's say, I want to play three tickets and I have an accumulated bet of 5 games, and on one of the tickets I have Man City versus Liverpool. If I'm going to play Man City versus Liverpool on the other tickets, I must make sure I change the options I put on the first ticket from the other tickets. So just try as much as possible to be careful. It enhances your chances of winning. Guide number 7. Try not to bet by sentiment. What do I mean by this? Let's say you have a favorite team and your favorite team was going to face, rather, your favorite team is going to face a strong opposition that you know they might end up losing. Do not, because they are your favorite team, place your hope on them and betting big on them. It is better that you avoid putting your favorite team in your tickets than to place your hope on them and end up dashing it. But if you must insist on playing, try to play what you can afford to lose. Guide number 8. Simulated bets and virtual bets are a game of chance. They are run by computer generated algorithms. Do not compare the teams on simulated bets to real life teams. If you must bet in a simulated bet what you might lose, or be aware that it is far different from real life. Guide number 9. If you have lost at least 3 times consecutively, that is your betting. If you have lost your betting 3 times consecutively, it is advised that you give yourself at least a week break free from betting. Just watch the matches and analyze future potential bets. Then you can come back and place your bets. It is not advisable to keep on betting when you have lost consecutively. It might end up pushing you to place bets, outrageous bets, because your thought process is jumbled up. So try to give yourself some break, come back, and you make better choices. Finally, guide number 10. Once you have won or earned a lot of money above the minimum withdrawal limit on the betting platform you are using, it is advisable that you transfer at least 80% of the cash to your account and leave the remaining 20% for your future bets. Do not be greedy. Do not try to use the whole earning to place new bets. You might end up regretting. So try as much as possible to transfer your earnings to your account so that you have a fallback plan. Guys, that's the end of my guide to placing bets on the bet9ja platform. Um, I'm not I'm not really conversant in English language, so if I have made any mistake in my English speaking, try to bear with me. If you have found this video to be helpful to you, please like, subscribe, and comment. Thank you. Also, if you have any difficulties you have faced while using the bet9ja platform, please leave a comment below. Thanks.